Last night, city leaders from West Linn and Oregon City held a joint meeting to talk about how much they hate the idea of tolls being put on the interstate near them. It's understandable that many are upset. This will be a monumental change. But can the cities and the communities stop ODOT's machine that's already well down the tracks? To catch you up, the Oregon Department of Transportation plans to put electronic toll booths in place at the Abernethy Bridge in Oregon City. That's where I-205 crosses the Willamette River, and a bit to the south on the Tualatin Bridge. The plan is to start the tolls sometime in the last 3 months of 2024. Tuesday night, several citizens who are upset over the plan testified at a joint meeting of the West Linn and Oregon City Councils. Paul Edgar is a longtime community volunteer.
Somehow, this group and other cities, Gladstone, Canby, Tualatin, everyone has to come together and say, it is a big deal. We demand a full major environmental assessment. We're not going to let you push this thing under the rug. And that's in effect what is happening right now.
Robinson Foster said he has decades of expertise in logistics and that the interstates should be used better, that more freight should be moved by rail.
Choice means our freight railroads are not performing. They are big, brutal monopolies that degrade service and raise prices. We need those railroads to do a better job for travel and shipping.
Dean Sur is the main sponsor of something called IP4. It's an effort to force a statewide vote on tolling.
We are working on a grassroots level to get a ballot measure, or get a measure onto the ballot. It's a petition right now that will require a vote before tolls. It's not a yes or no on tolls. It is a vote before tolls. It's retroactive, so it will cover. It is not too late to impact the 205 I-5 tolls and the Columbia River Bridge toll. It is retroactive. It would require ODOT and whatever other agency to be very transparent and very straightforward with the citizens if they expect to get a thumbs-up vote.
If you wonder when voters approve tolling, the answer is never. The 2017 legislature approved the idea. Now it is moving fast toward reality. Besides the two bridges, ODOT plans to place tolls on other sections of I-205 and I-5, and there will likely be even more tolls on the new interstate bridge. But can it be stopped? Oregon City Mayor Denise McGriff said she's been trying for years.
The thing that disturbed me the most about it is the letter we sent 4 years ago on behalf of our staff was all the cities in the Portland metropolitan area that signed the letter, all the way from Tualatin all the way, to Sandy. Everybody is going to be affected by this. Unfortunately, the biggest impact that is going to happen with this program is going to fall squarely on the backs of the communities of West Linn and Oregon City. And that is something that I think we find completely unacceptable.
West Linn's mayor said the group needs to turn its attention to state lawmakers.
The key is that we're frustrated with ODOT. I have some notes about how I'm frustrated with ODOT, how they've seemed to be ignoring cities and our comments about mitigation and things like that. And I have not been able to find a single instance where something has changed in the tolling plan as a result of local government comments. But who has oversight over ODOT? The legislature.
Oregon City Commissioner Adam Morrow agreed and urged everyone to get involved with the state legislature.
This same energy needs to be in the hearing rooms in the state capitol. And thanks to COVID, you now have the right to testify remotely. So you don't have to drive down to Salem. You can sign up on the Oregon State Legislative website, and you can sign up and say, I want to get email updates about this bill or this committee. And when they're talking about it, Zoom in, or they use Microsoft Teams, call in. You don't have to drive down and make your voice heard, because the bodies in here are going to be just as important, if not more, in the hearing rooms of the state capitol, or the virtual hearing rooms of the state capitol.
They may find a receptive audience. Shortly before the city councils were meeting, the Oregon Legislature's Joint Committee on Transportation held a hearing on this very topic. Tolling Director Brendan Finn told lawmakers that his group got 12,000 online comments about tolling last year and held 105 public briefings. He expects more of both this year.
These comments and these touch points of outreach will influence the program. They already have in how we're addressing pieces of diversion here.
But lawmakers, including Senator Aaron Woods, who represents many people who will be impacted by the Oregon City tolls, criticized Finn's team for not responding to the public.
They provided you a lot of information and data, but they're not hearing anything back from you. They've asked questions specifically of you, and you've not responded.
ODOT has said they need to do this tolling to help both their budget and to avoid congestion and bring it down on the freeways. And they say they're going to mitigate people getting into the neighborhoods as well. Now, I know a lot of you have strong feelings on this. Some say deal with it. Others hate the tolling idea. Here's your chance to sound off. Send me an email, will you? Or a voicemail. Let me know what you think. The email is thestory@kgw.com, or our phone number is 503-226-5090.